Hello to all my friends out there. Hi, you guys. Well, lunchtime, video time. Okay, so today I made my own lunch. I'm saving my HelloFresh bags because they say there's a bag shortage and they say they're going to close down the drive-thru because they don't have, some hours because they don't have bags. So what did I make? Well, I made myself egg and cheese burrito out of my homemade tortillas. I made 3 last night. I had 2 left. I left them in the refrigerator, and so today, lunchtime. So I won't be suffering being cheap. I doubt this costs. The tortillas are made out of flour, a 1/4 cup. You need lard, you need salt, and you need water. That is it. That was good. So, by making the food homemade and making it yourself, you're going to save money and you're going to eat better in the end. So let's see. I made fried zucchini and fried onion rings out of, I just mixed up pancake syrup, dropped them in there and fried them. Those were good. Yogurt, and then you can make smoothies. 1 cup yogurt, 1 cup fruit, frozen fruit, and milk. Makes a really good smoothie. I made cheese. I'm going to be making more cheese. Probably today I'm going to buy a couple of cases of evaporated milk because you can make cheese out of evaporated milk. Nut butter, that was really good. Skillet bread. That one was a great recipe, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to make really good raisin bread out of that. Tortillas, flour, that was last night. Noodles, chicken nuggets. Okay, I think I'm going to make nuggets tonight. What I like to do is, I really just learned this, is I like to toss my nuggets lightly in flour, then dip in egg, and then dip in panko breadcrumbs and bake. Let's see. And then I wanted to mention, in those big cans of tomatoes, the juice is just like tomato juice. So with the pineapple in its own juice and the tomatoes in its own juice. And then this week I'm going to categorize my meals: Mexican food, Italian food, breakfast, all American like hamburger and hot dogs, seafood. And for the seafood, I'm going to find a bag of salmon because I really like salmon with baked potatoes and some vegetables, not too fattening. Okay, and then lunch is very important. That's my lunch. It's like a sandwich, but it's a burrito. So I am going to be stocking up on cheese for grilled cheese, bologna, ham, turkey, tuna, peanut butter, BLTs, and egg salad. So what I'm doing today is I'm working, and what I do is I go to thrift stores and I buy stuff and I sell it. So this last week, I got annoyed twice. I mean, annoyed. And so I thought, wow, what is your problem? Well, I was tired, okay? So the first time I got annoyed was I went to the thrift store and I bought 8 of these. These are really nice book bags, leather. This one's leather and denim, brand new, like college, like books. So I knew I could sell these, and they had 8 in the thrift store, and so I bought all 8. This one's really nice. Take a look at this. Can't you just see some young, adorable girl in this? So anyway, what happened is they also charged me for a piece of furniture. You go up there with 8 bags, and I wasn't paying attention, never had a problem. So when I got back in there the next day, normally I would have never even noticed it. But my purse, I have this big damn purse, and I was cleaning it, and so I went back, and by the time I got back there, I was so annoyed, and I started yelling. And I said, I cannot have an over ring like this on my cards, because I use my cards, I shop for a living. And so I'm pretty sure it was an accident, but anyway, I got really mad and started yelling. And then yesterday I got really mad, and I got mad because the follower said, you were not a nurse. You are not a nurse. You were never a nurse. And I thought to myself, well, what is the problem? Why do you care what people say you are not a nurse? Okay, so I was tired, and that's when I get very nasty. I used to work a lot and go to school, and oh my gosh, that is not good. So I noticed, with the purses, I went back and I made amends to the lady, and I said I was sorry. Because, I go to the self-help group. I wasn't sorry, but, I know I have to do it. And so the other thing you do is you go over and say, what is your problem? So, the nursing has served me well. It couldn't have worked out any better than it possibly did for me. I know I was fortunate, and I thought, why are you annoyed? Things could not have turned out better. So anyway, it gives, I really like the fact that I went to the school for the nursing, because it gives a dimension to my personality that is a bit strange. And I also got into math and science. That's another Lulu. So when I was young, I went to beauty school, and really, I think the same could be said for my hairdressing career. It was not the major focus of my life. The major focus of my life is my son, and now, I have a daughter-in-law and a granddaughter, and that is it. So when this week, I was laughing. I also bought, I'll show you, some of you have seen, I saw this lady, and I don't know her too well. I bought these, and my neighbor who's into Asian stuff, who sells a lot of it, that's why I started buying it, said this is a shell. So I priced these at $100, and they're not worth $100, but just sometimes when you're trying to price stuff, I found something similar. And this really made me laugh when I was yelling about the purses. I said, there's no shit in here that I need. And she goes, it is not, you know what? I go, okay, what is it? She goes, it's merchandise. So that was funny to me later. But anyway, so when I was younger, yeah, I was a nurse, but I was a hairdresser, and this would cause people I worked for to really, really be halfway annoyed. So about a week ago, I ran into this lady, and I was gone maybe about 2 years from El Cajon, and I moved to a better area, which was a blessing. And it's the same thing with the apartment. It was such a dump. I don't know why I would get so annoyed. But anyway, I saw this lady, and I thought, wow. Without even thinking about it, I thought, wow, we used to be two of the cutest girls in this town. And we're not bad now, but what we had both done was we gained a little weight. And I thought, you know what? I am not willing to relinquish my title as one of the two cutest girls in this town. So I'm going to be taking off a little weight. So that's why I made my own burrito. And I wanted to mention something. I was going to sell this, but it looks nice with my bracelet. And, I have some necklaces and stuff. So I was always into jewelry. And so I'll be taking a little weight off, and that is why. That is how other people that you don't even really know them that well can really affect you. So I'll be taking a little weight off. All right, so now I want to talk to you guys about, I've been watching conspiracy theorists and psychics, and like the Christians go, you shouldn't even watch them. They're evil, you know, that's bad news. Actually, that is really kind of true. So one of them was saying, well, Gaia, the earth is sending protective animals into the world. And I thought, yeah, you know, I can really see that. So yesterday, I was really messed up bad. I mean, terrible. So I'm in Walmart and I see this cute little dog, so cute, little poodle. I wanted to attack me, and I go, wow, he doesn't like me. And so the lady said, it's your shoes. So I guess my shoes look like two snakes and he was protecting her, and I had to laugh about that. Okay, so now. So protective animals are coming into the universe at this time. And I notice like people have pets and they say, watch out for pets. You know, you get them under strange circumstances. So I'm watching that. Okay. What I'm doing is I'm studying currency collapse videos, people who have lived through them. So I'm trying to buy clothes for 10 years. I'm growing a garden. I'm trying to store food, in particular meat, sugar, oil, stuff to make bread, beans and rice, cans, and large cans of tomatoes. Okay, so now about the deep state, about the conspiracy theorist thing. Okay, they call it the deep state, but what they're talking about is evil spirits working in the affairs of men. So, you know, the evil doers are under the sway of the deep state. Now, it's possible, but mainly the ones we have to really worry about are the two-legged types. So, messing around in the spiritual realm is really even, when I was going to the self-help groups, one of the first things was we ceased fighting with anything or anyone, because the deep state or the evil doers or the evil spirits thrive on conflict, so we avoid that. So one of the things that can happen is you can suffer a delusion. You think things that are not real are real. An example would be the QAnon guy that killed the children because they had the serpent DNA. He thought this was a delusion. Possibly it was just, faked out by some evil spirit somehow. The other one was the guy who killed everybody in the movie theater, and he had the red hair and he thought he was the Joker. And then the other one was Jim Jones, and there's a story, and there was two Adventist ladies, and they were going to the Jim Jones church because they had like community stuff and it seemed like a friendly, nice place. Well, one day during the service, Jim Jones climbed up on a tall ladder, and he took the Bible and he threw it down on the ground as hard as he could. Okay, in some circles, the Bible is considered the literal word of God. He sent his word and he healed them of all their distress. And he said, you don't need this anymore. You have me. Well, the Adventist ladies got up and ran out of there like their hair was on fire, because they were smart enough to know that the guy was off really bad. Okay, so we're seeing this. Also, I've been watching regressions. These are interesting too. They could be fake. I wouldn't be surprised. They're getting, and conspiracy theorists are getting tons of views. So now, is there spirits, or are spirits interacting with humans? Yes, the spirits can. Okay, now another thing they're saying is we might be expecting alien stuff to come out. I think that's a possibility, maybe even a fake alien invasion. But how does one know if it is a fake alien invasion or a real alien invasion? So any invasion is probably not good. Okay, so now about animals, hybrids. Okay, or chimeras. I don't know how you expect it, pronounce it. Okay, so back to this animal stuff. You guys may remember that a lady in, I think it was Great Britain, married her dog, yes. So now you may remember Jan Goodall, and she lived along, first it was chimpanzees, then she lived amongst the gorillas, and there was, I guess you would say it, a rumor that she was impregnated by a gorilla. So, and then there was a rumor that she was dead, and she wasn't dead, she was alive. So anyway, there is in history, like if you go to Egypt, you see evidence of the body of a man, the head of a frog, the body of a man, the head of a bird, you know, no telling if this was humans or spirits. Okay, so they have created, there's mules, there is a tiger and a lion, a liger, there is dolphins and whales that they've bred together. So there is hybrids, and we know that. Okay, so now what about animal-human hybrids? This is the thing about strange animals showing up amongst us. So also strange humans showing up among us. They're not necessarily aliens, but they're not exactly your run-of-the-mill humans either. They could be clones. They could be experimentated children. You never know. I think they are on the earth right now. So we know the thing they're doing, okay, one thing they said was a human and a pig. Well, when the evergreen was stuck, I had a vivid dream of a human-like pig. So I kind of leaned towards this hybrid stuff. And so, let's see, what was the other ones? They say our closest relatives would be chimpanzees, but we've seen no evidence. I would say possibly dogs. They have the canis beans that are supposed to be from outer space, and Bigfoot. Okay, the thing about clones is it's possible, like a mule, clones would be sterile. Also, you know, people who are... there are people that are born, like you have, when I studied nursing, when I wasn't a nurse, there are people who are exactly like a woman, but they have the DNA, they're born that way, and they go to fertility specialists, and then you have a moral dilemma. Do you tell the person you're just fertile, or do you tell the person they have the DNA of a man? And I'm sure there's men that literally have the DNA of a woman, and they are generally sterile. Okay, so now about God's judgments. Okay, one of the things that could have been causing some of these really bad events in the world is they're literally God's judgments. One of the pastors said God was visiting cities, and it was coming over cities like a cloud or a mist, so people wouldn't be aware that it was God, but it was like a cloud. I have heard of living water, so it'd be kind of the same. Okay, so what they're doing in these labs is they're tampering. They're inserting, and then they say they destroy them. They inserted, I think it was a human DNA into a cow, into a pig egg, and then they said they destroyed it. So a human egg fertilized with a non-human sperm would be going the other way. And so do I believe that all these creations, man-made creations have been destroyed? No, I do not. Okay, so possibly sterile. Dolly the sheep didn't live long. I was taking science classes when she was, and it's been a long time, she was created. Okay, so now we can expect strange animals. I had a vivid dream, and it was about animals that were like humans, that were like computers, and I was like in a lab. It was a real vivid and weird dream, and the animals seemed so starved for attention, and were following me around. And so you know, when I go to my son's house, the dog, you know, he's very spoiled, I maul him. He likes it. You know, I grab him from behind and he tries to nip me. So it was like that in this lab. And so the communications with the labs were like data from a computer. It was a weird dream. A non-human life form engineered such that it contains a human brain. So what would be a non-human life form? Well, it could be a robot. It could be any kind of computer. We're watching for that. So they're taking human brains, or a brain wholly or predominantly from human neural tissue. So this is why it's not really actually good that they're harvesting this fetal material. So, human pig, chimpanzee would be a human-Z, like a human chimpanzee, a human-Z. And pigs and cows, human DNA has been inserted, and they say they have destroyed these. Okay, most of this sort of, it's supposed to be illegal in the U.S., but I'm sure they do it. So now I'm heading off. I'm going to be eating my tasty homemade. If you eat at home, you can control the contents of your food, and it's more nutritious. Okay, you guys, please like, comment, and I rarely get annoyed, but when I do get tired, trouble ensues. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And my son said, don't say only nice comments and don't beg. So could you please post only nice comments? Please, please, please. I also want to mention something else. I don't have the most views, you guys. I mean, I don't have the most subscribers or views, but I try to keep my channel honest. I subscribe and I watch this woman, and I'm pretty sure she's like an habitual liar, but I kind of enjoy it, and I like her even though I think she's an habitual liar, me and a whole lot of other people. So when, you know, I would go to the self-help groups, you know, we would sit there and we would listen to people lie and lie and lie for years and years and years. At some point, they became aware that everybody knew they were lying and it was okay. So, and that you weren't like outsmarting people. No, it was like people, you know, can be very loving and accepting even in the face of a lot of ridiculous stuff. I think most of it has to do with a fragile self-esteem. Okay, you guys, please like, comment, and subscribe, and God bless you all.